Gohar Shahi, Marhaba. We are here in Mexico City, Mexico. And earlier this afternoon, I was having a bit of chit chat with our members who have come to join the spiritual gatherings from United States of America and Canada. And Zahir Bhai has come from UK and Noor has come from UK. It is such a wonderful thing to know that different organizations of MFI are busy working in propagation and promulgation of the mission of the awaited one, Imam Mehdi Gohar Shahi alayhi salatu wasalam. Zahir Bhai has recently been to Suriname, which is a South American country, and mission was wonderful, as I was told. And along with Zahir Bhai was Naimsha. They did a wonderful job. And then we have Ikhlaq and Moeen and Imran Saeed and Imran Pasha from Canada. And then from USA, we have Tanveer and Iqbal, Samir, and Aurangzeb. What is important today for us to discuss is the wrong judgment of Iranian, their associates, like the House of Saud, Saudi Arabia. Wahhabism is their associate. In a similar way, Iran has an associate, and that is the Shia doctrine of Shia Islam, which is now causing problems. It is a very delicate matter, not just delicate, but at the same time, it is very crucial and an essential part of every Muslim and every other human being on earth, whosoever is awaiting the last messianic figure. Because we believe, although Imam Mehdi is a Muslim concept of the awaited one, however, the awaited one who is known as Imam Mehdi among Muslims simultaneously holds the office of promised Messiah, Kalki Avatar also. And it is very unfortunate that two large fractions in Islam, and point to be noted, these two fractions in Islam, Shia and Wahhabi, are state-funded, state-supported, state-promulgated denominations in Islam. And each country, like the House of Saud and their associate Wahhabis, they are trying their hardest to convert every single human being into their doctrine, into their religious fraction. And on the other hand, Iran, although we have not noticed that Iran might have been trying to dominate all over the world, or might be trying to convert all human beings into their version of Islam. However, the Iranian government, the Iranian state establishment, religious establishment, has ironically been very vocal about the emergence of Imam Mehdi alayhi salatu wasalam. And what people all over the world, non-Muslims especially, have taken the impression is that Imam Mehdi is an exclusive personality which will only come in this world to help either Iranian or Shia version of Islam. I would like to tell the world that Iran has been projecting a concept of Imam Mehdi which is more like a mythology character, like a myth. And it is not any close to the original and factual concept of Imam Mehdi alayhi salatu wasalam. On one hand, Saudi Arabia and their associates, Wahhabis, are working really hard to make the world forget about Imam Mehdi and its concept. And on the other hand, Iran, on the state level, is projecting an impression of Imam Mehdi which is nowhere near the real concept of Imam Mehdi alayhi salam. The only source of information about Imam Mehdi available for people to attend to are the traditions of Prophet Muhammad. And some of the verses in Quran also imply to advent of the last Savior, the awaited one. Today, I would like to take this opportunity to shed some light on the issue of Imam Mehdi alayhi salatu wasalam. I know we are a group of people and we're not funded by any government, by any organization, by any denominations in Islam. We are self-financed and self-motivated group of people. But the reason why we have taken this task to raise awareness among people of the world of the true concept of Imam Mehdi is because we belong to Imam Mehdi alayhi salatu wasalam. Like Iran, we have not made a book of desires and then we're waiting for Imam Mehdi and asking Imam Mehdi, look, Imam Mehdi, this is our book of desire, fulfill all our desires. We want to finish off Israel, we want to finish off America, and we want to rule the world, and we will believe in you if you help us out. That's not exactly what we are trying to do. And the reason why we only can give people true concept of Imam Mehdi is because we have been trained by Imam. Only we know the true concept of Imam. Nobody else can, because to other people, Imam Mehdi is a character of a book of mythology. You know, is a bookish character who lives in their fantasy. To us, Imam Mehdi is very much the center of our life. Our life circumambulates around Imam Mehdi. We have seen Imam Mehdi with the eyes of on our head, with the physical eyes. We have spent years and years in his physical company. And we have been given this knowledge of spirituality by Imam Mehdi, from Imam Mehdi. You can understand how well should we know Imam Mehdi. And this is not just a claim. When we say we have been trained by Imam Mehdi, we also invite people to become part of this global spiritual revolution. This global spiritual revolution is all about unifying the entire humanity with a cord of divine love. All hearts are connected with a one cord of divine love, in which nobody will hate anybody. It is such a shame for the state of Iran to, on one hand, declare that they believe in Imam Mehdi, and on the other hand, they say Israel is a small devil and United States of America is. And as soon as they get nuclear power, they would want to destroy Israel and they would want to destroy America. My friends, Imam Mehdi is not a warrior. Imam Mehdi is not going to be holding a sword or a gun. Imam Mehdi's only weapon is forgiveness. And Imam Mehdi's only philosophy, only agenda is love. Converting everybody into love. Imam Mehdi is not going to supervise, or Imam Mehdi is not going to be head of any one particular religion. Imam Mehdi is not going to support any religion. Rather, Imam Mehdi is going to support the entire humanity. Imam Mehdi is coming to fulfill the promises which God made with people. Imam Mehdi is going to come to establish the kingdom of God. Imam Mehdi is going to turn every human heart into temple of God. Imam Mehdi is going to wipe out all sorts of hatred, all sorts of differences, all sorts of color issues, religious issues, ethnic issues, and will help humanity become unified. This unification is going to be based on love in every heart. Obviously, black and white and blue and yellow people cannot be unified until all become black, or all become white, or all become yellow, which is impossible. Unless you bring some whitewash and you paint black people in white and you paint brown people in white, but the moment they take a shower, unification will go away. Unification is a state in which you have commonality, and everything that everybody has in common, that one common thing among all will establish unification. If you're all white, you are unified in white. This unification is based on your color. If you're all Christians, then this unification is based on your religion. But the thing is, not every single human being on earth will become a Christian. So, there will never be the universal unification. By the same token, not every single human being will become a Muslim. So unification in religion can never become true. And unification by ethnicity can never become true. Because humanity is divided into many tribes, many geographical centers. Imam Mehdi is going to unify all humanity in their hearts. Imam Mehdi is going to turn every human heart into a temple of God. A temple of God which is not carved and made and built by a human hand. A temple of God which will take shape by the light of God, in which God will domicile. Imam Mehdi is not going to support or promote any religion. What Iran projects about Imam Mehdi supporting the religion of Islam is a myth, is unsupported, undocumented claim. There is no tradition of the Prophet Muhammad which says Imam Mehdi will promote Islam. There is a time frame in which Imam Mehdi has been prophesied to come. And the time frame in which Imam Mehdi is supposed to come begins after the time frame in which Prophet Muhammad has prophesied Islam to finish off. Prophet Muhammad said, a time will come when nothing will remain in Islam for except its name. And a time will come when nothing will remain in the Holy Quran but the custom of its recitation. This is the time frame in which Islam was supposed to have lost all its moral, religious, and spiritual values. And there is a tradition of the Prophet Muhammad, according to which Imam Mehdi will manifest, will show up in this world at a time in which there will be barely a lamp lit up. People fail to understand the significance and the metaphor which is used in this tradition of the Prophet. They say, oh, this time will come when electricity system is destroyed and there are no lights left, no electricity, and the people will use lamps, they will burn the thread with oil, and that's the time frame in which Imam Mehdi will come. But that is not true. What this tradition implies is the spiritual aspect. For example, I give you a word from the Holy Quran. Prophet Muhammad has been addressed by God as Sirajum Munira in the Holy Quran. Sirajum Munira. Sirajum Munira means a lamp lit up. Sirajum Munira. Misbah. Misbah is a lantern, a lamp. It's a lit up lamp. I mean, tell me, did God say Prophet Muhammad is a lamp? No. But then why did God say that? When God said Prophet Muhammad is a lit up lamp, no, Prophet Muhammad is not a lamp. Then why did God say it? Because God was referring to Prophet Muhammad's heart. Prophet Muhammad's heart is a lamp lit up with the light of God. And the same is what Prophet Muhammad means. There will be barely a lamp lit up when Imam Mehdi comes. It refers to people who have lit up hearts. Your heart is a lit up lamp when your heart has God's name written on it. So Imam Mehdi was supposed to come in a time in which people will not have knowledge of spirituality. All their emphasis will be on performance of physical worship. And they will not be bothered to see whether their heart is lit up. They will not be bothered to see whether the heart is enlightened. That is the problem. And Imam Mehdi will come in this time frame where people are not aware that they have a lamp inside them, and this lamp has to be lit up with the name of God. Like the heart of the Prophet was lit up with the name of God, with the light of God, and was declared by God to be Sirajum Munira and Misbah. So Imam Mehdi is going to lit up lamps in you, and those lamps are your hearts. What is it that you want Islam to have help of Imam Mehdi more? Don't you claim Islam is everywhere? Islam is spreading fast everywhere in the West. Then why are you waiting for Imam Mehdi? You're already promoting Islam, right? And what is it that you're promoting in Islam? Have you invented new ways of praying? Or have you upgraded Psalm or Salat? I would really appreciate if you could make 5 tablets, which we can take in the morning, one in the afternoon, another one in the noon, and then in the evening, and one at night time, and call it tablet number 1 is Fajr, tablet number 2 is Zohar, tablet number 3 is Asr, and the 4th one is Maghrib, and the 5th one is Isha. If you have done that, you've really done a good job, because we're tired of going to the mosque 5 times a day. But you haven't done it. What kind of promotion are you thinking of? Psalm, 1400 years ago, when people fasted, they were not allowed to drink or eat. Today is the same. What promotions do you want in Islam? You know, sometimes what comes to my mind is like Prophet Muhammad is 63 years of age, and you say, oh, Allah can, turn Prophet Muhammad from 63 to 3. No, God doesn't work like that. So Islam has reached its age. Why do you want to make Islam young again? Islam has given humanity whatever it was able to give. The period of Islam has ended. And what you know now under the label of Islam is Wahhabism, is Shiaism, Sunnism. There are lots of Wahhabis in this world, there are lots of Shias in this world, there are lots of Sunnis in this world, but this world is not benefiting from their presence because they have become ugly assholes. They do not represent the Islam which was originated by Prophet Muhammad 1438 years ago in Mecca. Islam was a good religion. Christianity was a good religion too. And Judaism was good religion too. But it's history. We are living in present. Islam is a wonderful religion. Okay, that's fine, but it's history. Enormous amount of people benefited from Islam. There is no doubt. Through Islam, people became spiritual, people became very good, people became, devoted to God, people became beloveds of God. That is true, that is indisputable. But both before Islam, Christianity had the same kind of glory. Through Christianity, people became beloveds of God. People became good. And before Christianity, Judaism had done wonders. But that is all history. And we live in present. What is Christianity doing today? Nothing. Nobody even knows what is true Christianity. What is Judaism? Nobody knows what is Judaism today. And what is Islam? Oh, that's a very difficult question. If you go to Saudi Arabia, they'll tell you one version of Islam. Take a next flight, go to Tehran. They will tell you another story about Islam. And then that's not it. After Tehran, buy a ticket, go to Pakistan. They will tell you, they will ask you, what kind of Islam do you want to buy? We have Punjabi Islam, we have Pashtun Islam, we have Taliban style Islam, we have Lal Masjid Islam, we have MQM Islam, we have Punjabi Islam. So many versions of Islam, all China made. All religions were good. But this question goes out to everybody who's listening to me, either today or later on via YouTube. Can anybody benefit from Islam or Judaism or Christianity today like they benefited at the time when Jesus was among Christians, at the time when Prophet Muhammad was among Muslims, at the time when Moses and Abraham were among their people? If you can answer me this question, I will not speak again on this subject. But these religions are history. You see people who raise slogans of their religions, but these religions were very nice and very good, and they benefited a lot of human beings on earth, but their glory has faded. They become thing of past. Today, humanity is suffering. Today, religions have become monsters. What Saudi Arabia is doing is terrorism. And what Iran is doing is also terrorism. Innocent lives are being lost everywhere. These two countries are in a tug of war, and they are after dominion. They want a stronghold, firstly, in the region where they are. Secondly, they want to rule the world. How foolish. If you ask Muslims about the Antichrist, they'll tell you, Antichrist is a Jew. But if you ask one of the traditions of the Prophet Muhammad, the tradition of the Prophet Muhammad will tell you that 70,000 Muslim clerics will pledge allegiance to Antichrist. It is easy to understand, obviously. If Antichrist is a Jew, why would 70,000 Muslim clerics, ulama, will pledge allegiance to a guy who's Jew? You cannot stand aside of a Jew, let alone pledging allegiance with him. A lot has been adulterated when it comes to traditions of the Prophet or narrations of the imams, either from the household of the Prophet Muhammad or from the mainstream Islam. We want to tell the world that His Holiness Gohar Shahi is the true Imam Mehdi. And his message is universal love. And he loves Hindus, he loves Sikhs, he loves Jews, he loves Christians, he loves Muslims, he loves everybody who wants to love God. And Imam Mehdi Gohar Shahi has said that in future, Imam Mehdi is going to fulfill the promises made by God with the Jews. And Imam Mehdi will retain, will take the land and give it to the Jews. Imam Mehdi does not take Israel or America as enemy. Imam Mehdi's message, Imam Mehdi's vision is love and nothing else but love. Let me say it very clearly. The Iranian concept of Imam Mehdi is nothing but a myth There is no truth in what Iran has been projecting, a philosophy as the true philosophy of Imam Mehdi. There is no truth in it.
Aura TV. Guidance brought to you